If you're running an e-com store or thinking of starting one, but Facebook ads still seem overwhelming, confusing, and just like an endless money pit, this video is going to change that. I've been running Facebook ads for the past 5 years, and in this video, I'm going to break down my exact strategy and blueprint that I use to start and scale these stores. So by the end of this video, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or even an expert, you're going to learn how to run Facebook ads blindfolded, doing a handstand with your eyes closed. And just so you know that this isn't hypothetical, let me hop into my personal store here and reload it for you guys. You can see that from the 1st to the 7th, we did 47K in sales, and I'll even show you guys the Facebook ads. We are using triple whale just to help with tracking, but you can see from the 1st to the 7th, we had an average of 2.7 return on ad spend, which is great for this store. And I mean, I'll even hop into the Stripe for you guys. You guys can see from the 1st to the 7th, it was 47,000. You can see this is my store. I'll even show you guys this month, which was a bit slow. We are at $148,000 in sales. So you guys can see that this isn't BS. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up and avoid all the mistakes beginners usually make. All right, first things first is you want to create a business center if you don't already have one, and you will need a personal Facebook account. So whether that's your mom's, brothers, sisters, dogs, cats, whoever account you're using, make sure you have a Facebook account. Now think of a business center as a hub where all of your pixels, your ad accounts, and just everything under the sun gets stored under this business center. So once you're ready, go ahead and click login with Facebook. Once that's done, you should see a pop-up similar to this. Go ahead and enter a business name here. You could just name it business one. You want to enter your name here and your business email. Cool. So once that's done, you should see your business center active right here. Now, the first thing we have to do is create a page for our business. So for example, let's say your store's name is Lexley. You want to create a Facebook page called Lexley. And obviously this is going to be different for everyone. So how you're going to do that is click add and then click create a new Facebook page. Once this pop-up comes, you can go ahead and type your business name. I'm just going to type in Lexley official. And for the category, depending on what it is, you can go ahead and choose it. I'm going to choose health and beauty, and then bio is optional, but go ahead, click next. Click I agree and click create page. Perfect. Once your page is created, go ahead and click done, and you should see your brand new page right here. All right, once you have your page, you want to create an ad account. This is where you're actually going to be advertising. So go ahead and go to the ad account section right here. You can see this account already has a ton, but go ahead and click add, click create new ad account. Put the ad account name. Again, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to name it Lexley with 3 X's. Time zone, I'm going to choose Los Angeles. Click next. You can choose my business, click I agree, and click create ad account. So it looks like I've reached the maximum number of accounts, so I won't be able to make one, but once that's done, you should see your ad account right here. All right, final step is you want to make a pixel or a data source. And what this is basically what you're gonna paste on your website in order to start tracking events. So let's say you start running ads and somebody purchases from your website. How Facebook is gonna know that somebody purchased is through this little piece of code, which is known as the pixel or the data source that we're gonna embed on our website. So in order to create that, we're gonna go over to data sources, click data sets, go ahead and click add, and then create a name for it. We're going to do Lexley with 3 X's. Once again, click create, and it should be created. So you should see your pixel right here. All right, now that we have our Facebook page, our ad account, and our Facebook pixel, we can actually hop into the ads manager. This is where all the advertising is going to happen, where you're going to be spending all the money, turning ads off, turning ads on. And this is where most people get confused, but don't worry, I'll make it very simple for you guys. All right, so go to this tab called ad accounts, go to the ad account you just created, and then click open in ads manager. Now you should land on a page like this. And yes, this may look complicated, but don't worry, I'm gonna guide you through it, hold your hand through the process, and explain it as best I can. Speaking of holding hands, if you're just getting into e-commerce or want to scale an existing store and want me to look over your shoulder, guide you, be more in-depth and personalized with the strategies that I give, go ahead and check out the first link down below. Submit your application, and if you are approved, we can definitely work together and I can guide you through the entire process. Anyway, going back to the ad account. So the first thing we need to do once we're here is set up our columns. The default Facebook columns aren't going to tell us the information that we need to know. So let's go over to the column section, click customize columns right here. And we're just going to click X on everything here. All right, once that's done, the first one we're going to search for is delivery. So go ahead and click delivery. The next one is budget. So go ahead and click budget. Then we're going to go for amount spent. Next one is purchase conversion value. So we're going to search purchases and click the value button and uncheck every single one of these. All right, the next one is reach. Then We'll do link clicks, and we want to make sure we're checking on unique link clicks. The next one is CPC, so click on cost per link click. Then we're going to do CPM, so cost per 1,000 impressions. Then we're going to do CTR, and we're going to choose outbound CTR right here. Next, we're going to do adds to cart, so we can see how many add to carts we get. Again, you want to uncheck every single one. Then we're going to do cost per add to cart, so we're going to see the add to cart, then the cost, how much each one costs. Same thing for initiate checkout, so we're going to do the total, uncheck everything, and then add the cost per initiate checkout. Then we're going to do purchase, click on total, uncheck everything, and click on cost, so we can see the cost per purchase. Last but definitely not least, we're going to do ROAS. So go ahead and click on total value and uncheck everything. So these are our columns. You can feel free to rewatch this part if you need to. Go ahead and click apply, and you should have your columns. Make sure to name it something custom and make sure it saves, and you should be good with all of your columns right here. So before I actually create the campaign, I want to explain these 3 tabs right here. So we have the campaign, which is the overall campaign. Then we have the ad set. In the ad set, this is where we target different countries, age groups, or whatever we want to do. And then within these ad sets, there are ads. These are known as the creatives, images, videos, whatever we have. This is going to be stored within the ad set. So think of it as a pyramid where the campaign is at the top, the ad groups are next, and then we have all the ads under these ad sets. All right, now we're ready to start running ads. Now, by this point, you should have a potential winning product that you're trying to test. Now, if you want to learn how to find winning products before you get to this part, I'll leave the link up here somewhere so you can actually learn how to find these products and then come back to advertising. So now let's go ahead and click the green create button. And if this is a fresh ad account, I would highly recommend running an engagement campaign and just running some stock photos or whatever for a few days. And then once likes and engagement builds on the page, Facebook is going to treat your account a little bit better rather than if you were to start off with sales. But for this example, we're going to assume that this ad account already has history on it. So we're going to do a sales campaign. Click on continue. Go ahead and X this out. Now for the campaign name, you can name this whatever you want. I like to keep it short, simple, CBO number 1 in the beginning. And we are going to be running CBOs. So the difference is the budget is going to be running at the campaign level, so at the top, rather than within each ad set. So I like to set the daily budget to $100 per day. Now you can go higher than this. Sometimes I start out with higher, but $100 is usually what I like to keep it at minimum. Now we're going to leave everything else the same and click on next. Now for the ad set section, we want to scroll down and make sure this is set to maximum number of conversions. Click on your data set, and this is the pixel you created, and we want to make sure that this is connected to our Shopify store. So in order to do that, go to your Shopify store, search Facebook, and then go over to this Facebook and Instagram button right here. Install this app on your store. Once this shows, click on install, and then you simply want to click on connect account. Now, once you're on this page, log in with your Facebook account and connect your existing Facebook account, and your pixel should be pretty much set up. So once you connect your pixel, make sure on conversion event, this is set to purchase, and scroll down to budget and strategy. We don't need to touch anything at the ad set level because our CBO will be distributing its spend across everything under it. All right, now let's scroll down to audience. So right here, I don't like using Advantage Plus. We can click on this right here and click switch setup. And now we can sort of edit whatever we want here. So I like to start with the US only initially when I'm first running a product, just because US has a very high scalability. And if it works in the US, then most likely it'll work in other countries. Now let's keep scrolling down. I'm going to leave all of this broad. Facebook is smart. They know what they're doing. So you don't have to really tweak anything or go too into depth. We don't even need to set detailed targeting. We can let it run and keep it broad. All right. For the last one, placements, we can leave that on automatic and click on next. All right. Once you're here, you want to go ahead and name your ad 1, and then once you duplicate it, you can name it ad 2, ad 3, and so on. Going over here to the Facebook page, you want to select the one you just made, so we're going to go ahead and click that. And you can connect an Instagram account if you want to, but it's not necessary, and you can still run on Instagram even if you don't have an Instagram connected to it. So now we're going to scroll down, and here is where we're going to upload all of our images or videos or whatever content that we have. So you can go about this one or two ways by choosing flexible or single image or video. Both have worked for me. For this example, I'm going to go single image or video. But anyway, let's scroll down. And then for the website URL, you simply just want to paste the URL of your product page. Make sure you're taking them to the product page and not the home page. A lot of people make this mistake and it heavily reduces conversions. Once your URL is in, you want to scroll down and go to add creative and go to video ad. And then you want to go ahead and click on media. and you can click on upload and upload whichever ad that you want to upload. Also, a quick little tip for those of you guys who want Facebook creatives fast, check out my team over at Bands Off Ads. So you can scroll down, they have Facebook packages, TikTok ads, which you can use the TikTok ads on Facebook. They work pretty well. AI ads and image ads have been crushing for me lately. So if you guys want image ads, go ahead and check out Bands Off Ads. Everything gets delivered literally in 1 to 3 days. No need to ship your products. And on top of that, if you do want AI UGC, where you simply write a script, pick an avatar, and have the avatar say whatever script you write, there is that option as well. So you can click on Get Started. And then once you're on this page, go ahead and click Generate with AI. And let's just type in neck cream roller. And for the description, let's just put that. It's very broad. Generate a quick script. You guys can see the script that it generates, and then go ahead and click on next. And then from here, you can choose any actor. So we're gonna go with Christy too.
Welcome to Bands Off Ads. I'm one of the AI actors you can use for your ads.
And then scroll down and click next. And then we can generate a preview of the voice just to see that it sounds good and it doesn't sound too AI-ish. All right, the audio is here.
Hey friends, I just discovered this amazing neck cream roll.
All right, so that sounds pretty good. Go ahead and click next. And then we're just gonna name it neck cream and then click on create video. And now this AI actor is gonna say the exact script that you tell it to do. So you can see this video is complete. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey friends, I just discovered this amazing neck cream roller and I had to share. You know how we often forget about our necks when it comes to skincare? Well, this little gem is a game changer.
That looks real, and if you overlay it with different effects or B-roll, no one can tell it's AI. I mean, you can't even tell it's AI right now. So again, if you guys want creatives done for you or have the option to make your own AI avatars, I'll leave a link down below so you can check out Bands Off Ads. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this ad right here.
Pick your chin up off your neck. That's how you're gonna get tech neck and these deep lines. It does not matter how old you are if you're constantly looking down.
Okay, so our ad just uploaded. Go ahead and click next. Click skip and continue, click next, and then click next and done. And then we can go ahead and add all the text and stuff in here. Now, before I continue, how I like to structure my ad sets are by angles. So here's what I mean. Let's say you're selling a knee brace. This could then be targeted to multiple different audiences that can find this product beneficial. For example, angle number 1 can be people who are in sports and athletic recovery and just want something that can help them get back in the game stronger and protect their knees while they're at it. Angle number 2 could be targeted towards people who are older, have knee problems, and just want to be able to walk pain-free. Angle number 3 could then be targeted towards construction and manual labor workers who just have knee issues. And you get the point. There's multiple different angles for one singular product, meaning you can also sell quote unquote saturated products if it's a market that nobody's tapped into yet. So for example, let's say all 3 of those angles were tapped into, but then the weight loss and fitness goers weren't tapped. You can then sell the same knee brace to people who haven't seen it yet. And essentially you'll put yourself in a position where there's no competition for a product that's quote unquote saturated. For example, this video is targeted towards tech neck, whatever that means again, I don't know. So I want to keep this ad group just ads targeting tech neck or just that specific angle. So I'm going to go ahead and name this tech neck just so I know that all the videos, creatives or whatever under here are targeted towards tech neck angle. So once the video is uploaded, you can go ahead and type in different primary text, headlines, and descriptions here. How I like to structure it is 3, 2, and 1. So 3 primary texts, 2 headlines, and then 1 description. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get back to you guys. All right, so I went ahead and put 3 primary texts. I put 2 headlines and 1 description. For the primary text, you could put something as simple as this. I used ChatGPT for this, so I didn't look too much into it, but you guys can see this is the prompt that I used and then just sent it the product link and it gave me back a bunch of different variations. Now, of course, you want to refine this, make sure it hits the audience's pain points, but for this video, I'm just going to leave it as is. Now for the call to action, we want to go ahead and click on shop now. We always want to leave this as shop now. All right, once all of this is done, you want to go ahead and simply click this green publish button right here and your ad should be published. Now we're not quite done. We're going to want to duplicate this twice. So we're going to duplicate this 2 more times. And basically we're going to add 2 more ads related to tech neck. So for example, we already have this one and then just keep everything else the same and go into this one. We're going to name it ad 2 just for example purposes and then name this one ad 3. And then you want to go into each one, click on edit media, change video, go to media and upload a different video related to tech neck. And then of course do the same for ad number 3. Now, if we go back to ad sets, this is going to be a tech neck ad set. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this, and then we're going to have this targeting a different angle. And by targeting, I don't mean literally going into the ad group and detailed targeting and targeting neck or whatever. The way Facebook works in 2025 is using the creatives as the targeting. So if your creatives are good and it gets the message across, Facebook is going to show those in front of the right people. Facebook's smart, you want to leave it up to them. So anyway, for this next audience, let's say we're targeting based off the fact of looking old or skin is aging. So we're going to do aging here. And this is just naming it for organization purposes. And now each of these videos you want to make sure is related to just aging. So we're going to go ahead and click edit media, change video, click on media, click upload, and then right here.
Has anyone else seen the woman that's like 60 years on here that looks like she's 27 freaking years old?
So you can see they're talking about somebody that's 60 but looks 27. And then you can have another video saying, this makes me look like I'm 37 years old again. And then you can have another video related to age as well. So we're going to go ahead and upload this video. Once that's uploaded, click on next, leave all this the same, click on next and click done. And then within this aging ad set, you want to go ahead and go to add to. And then again, upload another video. So replace that video, upload another video, click change video, media. And we already uploaded this one, so we're gonna upload another one that's related somewhat to age. So once you have all that done, we're gonna duplicate this one more time and click on duplicate. And now I'm gonna name this one loose skin. So we're gonna go about the loose skin angle. So anyone who maybe lost a lot of weight and has a lot of loose skin, this product can help them with that. So we're gonna go over to add one and then go to media, click change video, go to media, click upload, and then upload this ad. So we're gonna upload this loose skin angle, and we're gonna go ahead and find different videos that talk about loose skin and upload 2 more similar videos to this. And then click on publish. I don't think it's gonna publish for me, but it should work perfectly fine for you. So once it's published, you can leave 3 in here, or you can duplicate it and add 2 more. So anywhere from 3 to 5 different angles is a optimal start. All right, congratulations, you just created your first campaign. Now from this point on, it's simply just management and adding new things, turning some things off. And especially at the initial launch, it's important to leave it running for a minimum of 3 days. Now there is one exception to this rule. If it's been a single day of $100 spent and you have no add to carts, then it's definitely either a product or a creative issue. So in that case, you can go back to the drawing board, figure out where the issue lies, and rerun it from there. Now, let's say you got a couple of sales. Usually in the beginning, don't focus on profitability too much. You're just figuring out what's working. So if you get a few sales here and there and it's not completely profitable or you're breaking even, that's completely fine. The one metric you can use to easily and quickly see if an ad is profitable or performing well is known as your break-even ROAS. So I'll leave the calculator for this down below, but once you're on the Bands Off Ad site, you can just enter your cost of goods here. So for this product, we're just gonna enter $10 just because we're gonna round up. And for the price of selling it, they're selling it for $24.99. So let's go ahead and type in $24.99. So for this example, our break-even ROAS is 1.67. So that means our ROAS within the ads manager has to be above a 1.67 for us to be profitable. So here's a live example inside my ad account. You guys can see that the ROAS, the return on ad spend, on this one is 10. Obviously it's only one purchase, but this one is 4, this one is 3.6. So these are all above 1.6, which means these campaigns are all profitable. We got 100 purchases at a 2.29. Now, obviously for my store, my product's break-even ROAS is way lower than 1.6, but I'm just showing you guys here as an example. Now, let's say an ad set spent a lot of money and you want to see if it's profitable or not. Go over to the ROAS section. You can see that it's 0.86, which is under 1.6, meaning this one we want to turn off. This one also 1.04, we're going to turn off. And you can go over here to edit, simply click turn off and click publish. Now, since these 2 ad sets are off, our $100 a day budget is going to get distributed to all the better performing ones across that campaign. So you simply want to keep doing this. It's a game of creatives. Let's say this performed well, you want to duplicate it, add 3 more angles for tech neck. Let's say aging didn't do well, turn that off and keep adding off what's working. And eventually you're going to have a campaign that has a bunch of winning angles. Now, in order to scale, it's pretty simple. Let's say your overall campaign is profitable, you want to come to the budget section, change this from 100 to 250. Let's say you let that run for 2 days and that's doing well, change it to 500. Let's say that's doing amazing, change that to 1,000, and then 1,500 and 2,000 and so on. So what a lot of people like to do is take the winning ad set and duplicate it into what's known as a scaling campaign. However, I like to have the least amount of variables as possible, and who knows if it'll even work the same once you duplicate the ad. There's a lot of changes that happen with optimization. So what I like to do is simply just scale within the testing campaign and just scale what's already working. Hence why I just increase budgets on our original quote unquote testing campaign. Now, the one thing I will separate my campaigns with is images and videos. So there's all videos within this campaign. I'm going to duplicate this and just make a similar setup, but just for images if I were to test image ads. So essentially it's a game of scaling creatives. You want to constantly keep adding new creatives, duplicate, add more creatives, duplicate, add more creatives. And the more winning creatives, the more you can up this budget and just keep on riding it like that. So that was pretty much the entire strategy that I did to scale this store from 0 all the way up to almost $1 million within a few months. Obviously, there are more in-depth and in the trenches things that you can do and adjust here, but this video would get way too long. And if you are interested again in one-on-one help, click the top link in the description. And I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys implement it. Come back to this video once you actually start running your campaign. Let me know the results. And again, if this video helped in any way, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.